Hey, hi, how you doing? I'm Gregory Davis. I'm one of the co-founders and managing strategists of Rainier Beach Action Coalition. And one of the reasons that we started the economic development work at Rainier Beach Action Coalition is because it was a part of the Rainier Beach Neighborhood Plan update. The residents here wanted to make sure that we were supporting businesses in the neighborhood, and they wanted to make sure that we were, keeping an eye on the real estate development projects that are coming up here. As far as the real estate development projects, and that relates to affordable housing, we knew that it was coming to the neighborhood, but we needed to make sure that it was going to meet the needs of the people who live here and not for those who don't live here. There was another area in this economic development arena that needed to happen, and that was the organizations that are interested in it to come together as a coalition, because RBAC is a coalition of coalitions. And so we formed the Rainier Beach Economic Development Roundtable that has these organizations there, and they are all partnering together to affect the economic development work and the real estate development projects, particularly those that deal with affordable housing in the neighborhood.
All right, we're ready when you are, Mr. Davis.
All right. Now, if I was a true actor, I would have overcome that, right? But I'm not. I would have plowed right through, but I'm not. All right. So the impact of economic development on Rainier Beach covers a lot of areas. It's really something to feel cared about. So whether it's a business, or whether it's somebody who's looking for housing, or whether it's a senior citizen, that idea of feeling cared about is really important. So that's the impact being able to connect with businesses in the neighborhood has on Rainier Beach. We have businesses who are providing food to our residents, who are providing services. They need to be cared about too. So they provide their services in a much more friendly way, that they get to know their neighborhood in a much greater way. So that care, I think, is really one of the important parts of it. So I believe that the parts of the body that the economic development area serves, if we looked at Rainier Beach as the human body, would be the lungs. Everybody needs to have oxygen coming in and oxidizing all of the parts of the body, from the tip of the finger to the tip of the toes to the top of the head. So if we've got a healthy economic development area in the neighborhood, then that's going to affect every single person, bringing them fresh oxygen, or in this case, fresh food, fresh services, great services, and then just allow them to be more vital, because that's what oxygen does to the body. So that's how we see economic development, is the lungs of the neighborhood. So a few of the things that we do want people to know more about RBAC, or RBAC in general, is that there are areas that we still have capacity that needs to be built. We have a vast transportation system within our neighborhood. We need more investment in the organization, ideally to have a transportation strategist to tend to the transportation needs that exist here. Environment is becoming all the more important, and that's an area of capacity at Rainier Beach Action Coalition that we need built. With climate change and its impact on health, on all of the activity in the neighborhood, we could benefit from building capacity in that area. Hey, how about an environmental strategist? I'm so happy to be able to answer the question about ways that people can help RBAC, because we are approaching this probably in a little non-traditional way, where most folks are wanting people to contribute money. But in our case, serving as a volunteer, contributing time, is just as important as contributing money. And in addition to that, people being willing to share who RBAC is with their network so that RBAC can build more friends is another area that we want people to be able to contribute. So not only just money, but volunteering, and also sharing through your network what we're doing here at RBAC so that we can have more friends support our work.